there it is without the covering on it. I just little by little show you each part. Note the complicated and complete suspension system with shock absorbers, springs, tie rods. In the back, differential, gas, DC motor, gears, differential, and there's even, you can't quite see it very well, there's a belt in there which connects these are four-wheel drive. But more importantly, what I've added. First thing to see here is a prototype board. No solder. The interconnect wires are 22 gauge solid, and they plug into little holes without soldering. And what's in there? Well, that big chip there is a microchip 16F887. There is a TI SN7407 current driver, which interfaces between the microchip and that Zettler double pole, double throw relay switch, which requires more current than the chip can provide. Back here is the radio receiver from the original car. It connects via that complex thing to the electronic speed control, which in turn drives the wheels through that DC motor there. In the front of the car is a pair of Sonar Rangers, and on the right hand side of the car is another pair of Sonar Rangers, and they detect the speed of ultrasonic echo running at 1100 feet per second, and of course the timing of the microchip in the millionths of a second can parse this down to inches. Down here is a small potentiometer which I have set up such that the microchip reads the position of the pot and decides whether to go fast or slow, and I have 7 different positions on that. That little connector, 6-pin connector there, is what connects to the USB port on my computer. These wires there connect between the computer, the PIC and the sonars. These wires here again, PIC and sonars. These wires between the radio receiver and the prototype board and basically to the PIC, and these wires from the PIC to the ESP, so that the ESC knows what pulse width modulated signals to use. Right here is the on-off switch is a 4 AA battery pack 6-volt battery pack to drive the microchip. Underneath it, under there, is a 7.2 volt, much more powerful rechargeable battery pack for the DC motors. That's it. That's what's underneath the skin of my expensive model level. Here's the car. It's set up, I hope, to sort of find its own way and run on its own. So let's watch it.
Now I can make it go slower and it will never miss at all. And I make it go faster and it will miss a lot and crash. And then in between is this sort of... And the question is, I'm thinking I have a second car. Look, it's caught in the same place again. And all I have to do is give... Okay, if I didn't have to do anything, it found its own way. I have a second car, and I'm thinking of putting two of them on the track together and racing them. And of course, the racing has to do with changing the constants in the computer program. The constants have to do with the distance in front of the car before it decides to turn left. The constants have to do with when to back up, how far to back up, etc. It's funny, sometimes it works pretty good, and since other times it gets all upset with itself. And I don't know why. It's all computer programming. Well, I think that's it for now. Thank you.